This is MyQuestForPower, and you are watching episode 1 of Raise the Bar. What is Raise the Bar? Raise the Bar is a mentality. You see, it's not just about lifting weights. Raising the bar is about bettering yourself in every aspect of life that you care about. What is powerlifting? Powerlifting and bodybuilding are often confused with each other. We both lift weights to accomplish our goals. But here's the best way to describe it. A bodybuilder is like a sculptor or an architect, focused on aesthetics and hypertrophy. Whereas a powerlifter is more like an engineer. His goal is to create a machine that can rip as much weight off the floor as possible. There are 3 lifts performed in powerlifting: the bench, the squat, and the deadlift. We have meets, or competitions. In a meet, you perform the squat first, the bench second, and the deadlift third. You have 3 attempts at each. Your best attempt is then added together to create your 3 lift total. Lifters are split up into weight classes. It's extremely unfair for someone who only weighs, let's say, 120 pounds to compete against someone who weighs, let's say, 220. That's why we have weight classes. Let me talk a little bit about my mentality towards this. I think mentality is very important. It can make or break your success. There's a lot of things that are outside your control, like, for example, genetics. I think I have pretty good genetics for the squats. I have okay genetics for the deadlift. My bench press genetics are utter dog shit. But you know what? Here's my take on genetics. Optimize and let it go. Let me say that again. Optimize and let it go. Look, you don't have to delude yourself into thinking you have good genetics if your genetics are trash. But you know what? Once you optimize it, you just gotta let it go. You know why? You've done the best that you can, and there's nothing else that you can do. There's a verse in the Bible, Matthew 6:27, and it goes like this: can any of you add a single hour to your life by worrying? And I think this applies to powerlifting too. Can you add a single pound to your total by worrying about how good or how bad your genetics are? Absolutely not. So you know what? Why worry? Do the best of what you got, optimize it all, let it go. Whenever I'm feeling down about my genetic potential, I always tell myself this: if someone beats me because they have better genetics, I can live with that. I've done the best that I can. If someone beats me because they've been working out more intelligently, I can live with that too, because I can always tweak my routines and figure out what I'm not doing correctly. If someone beats me because they've been working out for longer, I can live with that too, because I'm in this for the long run, and as long as I'm healthy, I'm never going to quit. But if someone beats me because they're willing to work that much harder, I cannot live with that. Hard work is nothing without intelligent work, though. I think it's important to work hard and also to work smart. If I can do it all over again, as a beginner, I focus a lot more on form and technique. I truly believe if I perfected my technique earlier on, instead of having a grip and rip it mentality, I'd probably be deadlifting in the low 500s right now. Sadly, I'm still a little bit off. I think it's very important to always remember there's going to be someone worse than you. There's also going to be someone better than you. Never look down on those who are worse than you. Don't do that. Help them. Give them a hand. But the people who are better than you, always look up to those people. And honestly, you can learn a lot from them. So what attracts me to powerlifting? Well, I think it's absolutely beautiful how the sport is truly about the individual. It's about you. It's about achieving what you want. You don't have to rely on someone else. You, and only you, are responsible for your successes and failure. When you're self-motivated, you tend to stick with what you want to do for much longer. You know, the average person who lifts to look good for girls, very shitty reason in my opinion. You should lift to look good for yourself. You should because you want to get strong, whatever. You should do it all for yourself and no one else. To the people who believe in lifting for the opposite gender, let me tell you this. Women come and go, but the gym lasts forever. And I mean forever. And I think that's one of the biggest problems in society today. No longer are people doing things because they're genuinely passionate about it. People are doing things because society expects them to. Look, weightlifting's my path to mastery. I'm not saying that you have to go pick up a lot of weights. You can live a very fulfilling life without ever having to pick up a barbell. But this is my path. I'm doing it because I want to, and I'm going to stick with it. My current upcoming goal is a 500-pound deadlift below 181 pounds of body weight. Weighing it at 190 pounds, I got until June 17th to cut down to 181 for my first meet. I'm going to be the skinniest bastard in the 181s at 6 feet and 2 inches tall. But I really think that I can pull that 500 and break the local record. I've been wanting to do this for years. If I keep at my current body weight, I can easily break 500. But now, I want that record real freaking bad, and I'm going to do it. I'm running this program, a 12-week peaking cycle called Magnuson Ortmayer. I'm currently the 3rd week right now. Things are kind of rough, but I'm still hanging in there. I'm going to win.